Hello and welcome to the second part of the introduction to the audit tool. In this part, we would like to look at the perform stage and then the reporting stage of the audit. As we have seen, we have our audit, which is the number 467. We have prepared all the questions, are now ready for the audit. So let's conduct the opening meeting. When we go to the opening meeting, we will get a set of questions. First of all, the date, the time, the location, and the people participating in this audit. Once we have deemed that correct, that will be stored and saved. Then we go through a meeting checklist. If you do internal audits, this might not be necessary. However, it is a reminder for you to make sure that you do not forget any important points. And it also will help you conduct a proper audit if you go abroad and do a subcontractor audit that may not be familiar with the way you work. So here you click on all the different areas on the boxes. And once you have gone through all the points, you are able to continue. Now it is possible to perform an opening audit separately. So this is why we have the checklist for this meeting separated. Once the initial meeting has been conducted, you're able to answer the different questions. So now here you can see we have a different set of choices. You can still download the questionnaire, but now we actually are going in and answer the questions. When you look at the questions here, you can see that we have the reference to the EASA requirements, and we also have the question itself. Here you're able to define the finding or define the documentation. Here you can upload evidence, and if you have a finding, you're able to define the category of finding. This will be interesting later on for you to make analysis and find if there's any kind of patterns or more regular finding types than others. This will help you to make corrective actions proactively. So now, first of all, let's do a level 2 finding. I will just define something. You can add feedback as well, and here you save it. Now you go through the questions once at a time. You save it. The yellow button up here will automatically get you to the next question that has not been saved. This is useful if you have a longer list of questions. Here we can do an observation and also save that. And the last part, we will also say that it is documented and implemented. Now the audit is saved and we are able to close the questionnaire. We have reviewed all the questions. It is possible that it will take some time to provide some evidence. In order to do that, you have the possibility to edit. So this means that you open up the question again and you're able to upload evidence. The upload evidence part can also be performed during the audit phase. Let's upload a version, small picture here. Now you can see this is the evidence, and then you can save it. And finally, complete the questionnaire. Now, before we can actually start to do the report, we need to finish the audit. This is done by conducting the closing meeting. Again, we have a checklist. First of all, the date. Now we need to make sure that we confirm that the auditee has been present or select someone else. Once that is correct, we can go through the closing meeting checklist again. One thing that is important is that you review all the findings with the auditee. So here we have the list of findings again, and you have to confirm that you reviewed the finding with the auditee. Now you're able to finish the checklist and you can continue to the next step. Here you can download now a complete report. This means that all the questions and all the answers are in one PDF for your review. Quite simple. Download it. You will see all the questions and your answers, and that will give you sufficient material. We go to the report page. Since we have concluded and finished the audit, we're able to write a report. So first thing that we have to do is choose the template. We have different templates ready for you. The first one is a more extensive template with additional information in English. We also have other reports in other language. We have English, German, French, Italian, and Portuguese. They're abbreviated versions, but contain all the important information. So now we have chosen this template here. We continue, and the content of our audit is automatically pre-filled into this small audit report. We're able to download it, or we're able to edit it. You need to edit at least one thing in each audit report, so there's a confirmation that you have accessed the report. Once you have completed all the corrections, you're able to produce a final report. The final report will no longer contain any kind of watermarks. Once the final report is produced, it can be again downloaded and reviewed at your discretion. This concludes the reporting part. Thank you for your attention.